Good morning everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Christina and I like to colour and eat lollies and drink Coke. Today I wanted to talk about these lips that I drew. So this side is Prismacolor, this side is Holbein. I do not have the full set of Holbein pencils, so I have the whole lot of the Prismacolor Coloured Pencils. No, I have the full lot. I have the full set of Prismacolor pencils. I do not have the full set of the Holbeins. So the colours that I could use with these, sorry, my lollies. The colours that I could use with Prismacolor were obviously more varied and white. And this whole black background is Prismacolor because the black on the Holbein was, well, if I had used it for the whole background I would have used almost the whole black, because Prismacolor and Holbein are very similar. They're both very soft pencils, and the Holbeins are very, very soft. So if you wanted a point like this is the very thin. I didn't actually use this one, so I don't know why it's out, but whatever. I just wanted to join in the conversation, I suppose. You're not going to keep that point. Basically, as soon as you put the pencil, the Holbein, and usually the Prismacolor too, but the Prismacolor is not as bad as the Holbein in that respect. And I'm not saying it's bad, I'm saying it's just very soft. So as soon as you put it down, it melts into the paper. So it's very, very soft. Now, if I had to choose between, if I had the full set of the Holbeins, to be honest, I think I would, actually no, I would stick with the Prismacolors. The Holbein was enjoyable to use. It was soft, it blended very well, but I just enjoy the Prismacolors a little bit more. And if I knew 100% about the lightfastness of the Holbeins, I would maybe use them a little bit more. I have an experiment going at the moment with Lightfast, so it should be ready in about 5 months now. It's been out in the Australian sun for a few weeks. So yeah, I would probably pick the Prismacolors only just over the Holbeins, but I did enjoy using the Holbeins. So I'm going to show you the video in time lapse, and I'm going to talk a little bit more like you. So here on the left I'm starting with the Prismacolors, and I'm starting with an orange, but I don't want to talk colours on this one. I just want to talk Prismacolors and Holbein. Now, you can't talk Prismacolors without talking about their breakage problems, and I have had quite a few breakage problems with the Prismacolor. I always seem to do something in red when I'm using Prismacolor, and I have to use that darn Tuscan red. And Tuscan red, it comes broken. I sharpen it, it breaks. I sharpen it, it breaks again and again. And I used to curse every time I had to do anything red. But I did put it in the oven. Somebody suggested putting it in the oven a while ago, and I did that. And it did seem to make it better. It seemed to melt the wax or whatever back together. So I still have breakage problems, but it is kind of fixable. But you have to be very careful when you're sharpening the Prismacolors. You've got to try not to twist the pencil, you've got to twist the sharpener instead. And now onto the Holbeins and breakages. I did not personally have any issues with the Holbeins breaking, even when I sharpened them. None of them were broken in the tin, none of them broke while I was sharpening. So yeah, I mean, that said, most of the Prismacolors I haven't had a problem with. It's just there's just a few certain colours that just like to break for me. I don't know if it's just me but they just like to break. So I didn't have any breakages with the Holbein, but like I said, I don't have the full set, and I only use the reds and oranges and the whites in this drawing. one thing I would say against the Holbeins is that you are probably not going to get a very straight, crisp line with small details, because the point of the pencil flattens very quickly. So if you want to keep it sharp, you're going to have to draw a quick line, then sharpen it. So you're not going to get that straight line, and you don't get a straight, crisp line with the Prismacolors either, but you get a better one with the Prismacolors compared to the Holbein. Now you can't talk about Prismacolors and any pencils without talking about the white. Now even when I'm using polychromos, Caran d'Ache, anything like that, I will always, as habit and just out of preference, go back to the Prismacolor white. So I like to have a Prismacolor white line around everywhere, because they just seem to be able to cover things so much better and blend things so much better. Now, I don't have any complaints about the Holbein white, but if I had to choose between the Holbein white and the Prismacolor white, I would pick the Prismacolor. The Holbein, it's just still very, very smooth and buttery. It blends really well, but the Prismacolor white can go over other colors a lot better. I know a lot of people use Holbeins in their adult colouring books, and I have too, and I will too. But when it comes to colouring small items, like really small detailed things, the Holbeins won't be the greatest pick for it, neither will the Prismacolors actually. But the Holbeins, it's just because they're so buttery and smooth, and they do blend really well, but the crisp, sharp details you are not going to get with the Holbeins unless you work really, really, really hard for it. Whereas if you just grab a polychromos or something like that, you will get that sharp, crisp line. Blending the Holbeins was very good, blending and layering. So I'm using Artistico paper here, and that means I can get quite a few layers on here. And the Holbeins, they just put the layers down and they went on like, well, I've said it before, they went on like butter, and they blended together really well, just like the Prismacolors do, but they blended just a little bit better than the Prismacolor, a little bit easier, I think is the word I'm looking for. So if you're talking comparatively with the blending, I think the Holbeins blend just that bit better because they are so smooth and soft. There's still a question regarding the Holbein's Lightfast, so I'm not 100% on it. I don't think anyone is, to be honest. But I mean, if you're colouring in an adult colouring book and the book's going to be closed, then chances are it's going to be, even if it's not that great lightfastness, it's not going to disappear on you very quickly. It's going to take quite a while. So Lightfast for adult colouring books, I think, is almost irrelevant. If you're selling artwork, I probably would steer away from the Holbeins until they've done the official Lightfast test that everyone does, and I can't think of the name of it right now. But Prismacolor have done it. Prismacolor's Lightfast is pretty well known. So yeah, if Lightfast is an issue, I would go Prismacolor over the Holbein, just because there's a question mark there. Now, overall feel of the pencils, the Holbeins, I like the feel of them. They're smooth. They it must be a Japanese thing with their pencils. I've noticed with the, that one, I can't say, the Erogeton, and another one, oh, what's its name? I can't think. Anyway, they're very shiny, smooth, nice to touch, and I'm talking just the actual pencil, not the actual of going down on the paper. I enjoyed the Holbeins. So if you took everything else out of it and just went for the feel and the blending ability, I would pick the Holbeins over the Prismacolors. I enjoyed them. They're very soft. They blend so well. They put down a lot of color very quickly. The Prismacolor's pretty much the same, but I just enjoyed the Holbeins in that respect just a little bit more. Prismacolors put down a lot of color, but not as much as the Holbeins. They blend really well. Their white is definitely better, but you've got the other issues when you're drawing. It's the lightfast, the sharpness, the breakages and things like that. Prismacolor has a huge range of colors, and I really enjoy their colors. So drawing anything with Prismacolors is always enjoyable, and you've always got the right color there. And if you don't have the right color, you can still blend them together because they blend so well. The Holbein colors, the ones that I had, were really nice too, and I enjoyed using them. If I had the full set, then I could comment more on the colors of the Holbein, but the ones that I have, just the reds and that, and the other colors, but the reds that I'm using here, the variety was actually quite surprising and quite good. So I'd imagine the full set of the Holbeins would be, the colors in it would be quite good and quite, well, interesting. But Prismacolors have a massive range of colors, so I don't know how it would compare to the Prismacolors because they've been around for so long and they have so many colors. I didn't have any greys for the Holbein, so I did the teeth with the Prismacolors. I kind of wish I had the greys in the Holbein, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. So that gets me on to the next topic, which is the price. Now, Prismacolor used to be considered extremely expensive, but now it's just part and parcel. You expect to pay Prismacolor prices for an artist's pencil, but Holbeins go a little bit above that, and they're actually quite hard to get in Australia. And the full set, I think, is it's rather pricey. I did look at it, and it's like, ooh, yeah, can't do that. And I think you would have to keep replacing your pencils, so you'd want open stock, and you'd have to keep replacing them because when you sharpen them, they go down very quick. So they blend well, they're soft, they're buttery, but the con to that, I suppose you would say, is that they go down very quick. The pencil goes down very quick, so you're going to use up that pencil very quick, especially if you want to keep a sharp point. ultimately, at the end of the day, if I had to pick, taking out the Lightfast issue, if I had to pick a set of pencils, I would probably, I'd be curious about the Holbeins. If I had the full set, I would love to have the full set, but I think Prismacolors just by a couple of points would still beat the Holbeins for me, just for all of the other advantages that they have. The blending, the white, the color range, the price. So the main disadvantage with Prismacolors is the breakage. So yeah, if I had to pick, I would probably pick the Prismacolor, only just over the Holbein. That said, the Holbein was enjoyable, and I would love to do a whole picture with Holbeins. I just don't have all of the colors. So yeah. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed my opinion. I have used Prismacolors more than I have used Holbeins, and that is probably why I prefer them over the Holbeins. Or maybe not. I did enjoy the Holbeins quite thoroughly, to be honest, and I'd love to know if you have a different experience. I will continue to use the Holbeins, and maybe the more I use them, the more I'll enjoy them. They are a great pencil. They are really good and enjoyable to use, but so are the Prismacolors. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.